I'm Stephanie Letha with Aurora Wellness Group, and welcome to day 11 of the 28-day mental health challenge. Today we're going to talk about self-forgiveness. And today's activity is taken from Susanna Nunsinen's book called Notes on Self-Love. So forgiveness is a big word, and it can be transformative. And it can be even more transformative when we add another word, and self, and think about self-forgiveness. So we've already established that you can be a little hard on yourself. When you make a mistake, you blame yourself endlessly for it. When a romantic relationship doesn't work out, you feel guilty for it. When you say something's not so ideal in the heat of the moment, you beat yourself up for not keeping your cool. But you're human. You make mistakes. You say things you didn't mean. You do things that didn't go as planned. In hindsight, you realize you should have done something else, and that's okay. It's more than normal. It's all part of the journey, and it's all part of living a full human life. Guilt is another normal part of human life. It's normal to feel it, and it's important to acknowledge it. But don't let it stay for too long. Don't invite guilt into your home as a permanent resident, as it's too heavy a burden to house every day. It anchors you in the past and prevents you from moving forward. It makes you scared to show up fully, and it stops you from opening up to people. In the end, if you let guilt take over, you'll feel tense and anxious, and your shoulders might even physically hurt from carrying the weight of guilt around with you. It doesn't have to be this way. Instead, you can acknowledge your mistakes and learn from them. You can grow from your missteps and evolve through them, but you can't stay in them. Realize that they've happened and they're in the past and that it's time to move on. Realize that it's time to let go and it's time to forgive. So today we're going to go through 7 steps to self-forgiveness. So I'm going to take you through the steps. And your activity today is to go back through the steps again on your own with your journal and think about something that's has been weighing on you, that maybe you feel some guilt around. And I want you to try to go through these steps and see if you can heal a bit of that guilt and begin the process of forgiving yourself. So the first step is to acknowledge the guilt you feel. If we try to deny something, it just gives it more power. So acknowledge, I feel guilty about this. It didn't go the way I planned or I'd hoped, or I would do it differently next time. Now I want you to say, I feel guilty. Notice that we're not saying, I am guilty. This is a really important distinction because guilt isn't a permanent part of who you are. It's a temporary feeling that can fade. The next step is to say, I'm sorry. Say it to yourself, to the person you might have hurt, or to whoever might have been impacted. This is a really important part of forgiveness that can start the process of healing. The fourth step is to remind yourself that you are doing the best you can. That's you and me both. In any moment in time, we are doing the best we can with the knowledge we have. Remember this. The fifth step is to learn and grow from your mistakes. Life is continual learning and shifting. So identify what you learned from the situation that has made you feel guilty. It could be a specific life learning, a skill that needs developing, or perhaps a revelation about you and your values. If it was a clear mistake, think about how you can prevent it from happening again. Number 6 is to be patient. Forgiving ourselves can feel harder than forgiving someone else. That's okay, that's normal. But trust the process and repeat the steps as long as you need to. Be patient and kind to yourself. This is an ongoing theme with our mental health challenge. Be kind to yourself. And the last step is to forgive. Forgive yourself for not being perfect. You're human. And the best thing about you is that you're real. Forgive yourself for your flaws. We all have them, and they make us who we are. Forgive yourself for not being stronger. You are stronger than you think, and you are stronger every new day. And you're stronger than you ever thought you would be. Forgive yourself for your past mistakes. You have always done the best you could with the knowledge you had. You will continue to do your best every day, and that is more than enough. Forgive yourself for the mistakes that are yet to come. They are an inevitable part of this mad adventure we call life, and they are often our biggest, most meaningful teachers. Forgive yourself for the bad thoughts you have. We all have them, and the fact that you are admitting them is already a small victory to be celebrated. Forgive yourself for the times you've been short-tempered and said something you didn't mean. Again, it's part of being human, and it's part of being an emotional being. And forgive yourself for the failures and the setbacks. They have made you into the person you are today, and they've brought you to where you are. Remember, before Alice got to Wonderland, she had to fall. Sometimes those falls lead you into the versions of Wonderland. Forgive yourself for the falls and open yourself up to the possibilities. So take the time now to grab your journal and go back through those steps and think about an area that you need to forgive yourself. Today's guided meditation is called, just grab it, Forgiving Our Faults. So follow the link in the video and take a few minutes to sit and do that meditation as well. Congratulations on getting to day 11, and we will see you tomorrow.